Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Confessions of a Gaming Mum. Starting the vlog a bit late today. It's just gone 4 o'clock in the afternoon, evening, whatever. I didn't really think I'd have much to really talk about today because I've just been getting on with chores and taking Bubs on a walk and stuff, so I was kind of like I might just do an overview at the end of the day sort of thing. But then I found a subject I could talk about, which is the new scales that we have bought. We bought them, I think they arrived yesterday, but we only unboxed them and started playing with them today. And they've been on the cards for us to get for quite a while because the scales we had before were just super unreliable, and it's like every time you stepped on them you got like a different reading and stuff, so yeah, just super unreliable. These new ones are ones that apparently can measure your body fat percentage and your muscle mass and all the different things in your body. I didn't know how they did it. I was quite skeptical, but I just knew that we needed new scales, so I thought we'll get them, and it automatically, if you have your phone with you and it comes with an app, so if you have the app open, then it records your weight and all the details that it gets from the scales. But yeah, so I decided to look it up in terms of how they're actually supposed to measure like your body fat and your muscle mass and stuff like that, and it's something called like bioelectric, and bioelectrical impedance it's called, and it's basically you stand on these metal pads that are on the scales, and it shoots a current into your body through your feet and up your legs, and it measures the resistance to the current as it goes through your body, because your bones, like the bones, water, muscle and fat all have different resistance levels, so that's how it's able to calculate the different percentage of things in your body. But I know it's not very accurate in terms of, I think it only goes up your leg and around like your pelvis and down the other leg or something like that. So yeah, so it can't tell you like where the fat is, so to speak. So yeah, so if you want to know more accurate results, then you're better off going to like your doctor or like a personal trainer or whatever. But we can't afford a personal trainer, so these are just like rough guesses that we're trying to get. But yeah, it was quite interesting in terms of seeing what I mean, my weight was kind of similar to what the scales before had been saying, but like I said, they would just fluctuate so much. This one, it literally just gets your weight within a couple of seconds and it's like, yep, done. So it's really good. But yes, I was trying to work out like my body fat and different things like that. So I'll see if I can show you my phone screen with the camera, because I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see if this works. Hang on. Okay, so as you can see from the, so these are the results. I'm going to close down. Yeah, so these are the results that I got to show like the different things that it measures. So obviously it has weight. I've been doing my weight in pounds, but there it is in stone. My current BMI, and you've got body fat, fat-free body weight, subcutaneous fat, visceral fat, body water, skeletal, muscle mass, bone mass, protein, BMR. A few of those I don't really know what they mean, but yeah. So what was it? So yeah, BMI. So I kind of knew my BMI is still kind of overweight for my height, but I've never really liked BMI anyway because it doesn't take into account muscle mass. See, my body fat is quite good because it's in the fitness level. I'd like to get it down into the athlete's one, but I'm not sure if that will be possible at my current sort of activity level, so I'm not too fussed. I mean, as long as it's in the acceptable range or the fitness range, I don't really mind. It's in a pretty good range, so that's pretty good. So fat-free body weight, obviously I think this is if you're muscle in addition to body fat is a major component of body weight. So this is what I would weigh if I was completely fat-free. It'd be 9 stone 7, which is never going to happen. Subcutaneous fat. So this is, yes, this is quite good. It's almost in the low point. and that's the fat that's actually underneath your, like around underneath your skin. So this is basically the fat that you see all the time, in terms of like cellulite, I guess, and stuff. So so mine's quite low apparently. So even though I'm overweight, I've got low body fat, which is my body fat in percentage is low anyway. But yeah, my subcutaneous fat is low. So that's great because it shows I'm losing the fat there. The visceral fat is the fat that is stored around your internal organs. My level's currently at acceptable. It's close to high, not like dangerously close, but yeah, obviously that's, I think, where my problem lies, because visceral fat is basically where it's all around the stomach, which I think is pretty obvious. Not just, obviously, it's not just my muscles sticking out, there's also fat in there as well. So yeah, I think that's the main area that I need to really try and sort out. Again, these results aren't accurate, but at least it's a good point in which to start. Body water, that's obviously just how much water's in your system. Yeah, blood, lymph, extracellular fluid, so it's, and that's apparently a good, yeah, that's normal. Skeletal muscle, ritual muscle involved in the mechanical system of our limbs and other parts of the body. Muscle mass, so that's how much my muscle weighs, apparently it's quite high. Yeah, because if you look, yeah, so muscle mass is, yeah, 8 down 13 pounds. And I would be 9 stone 7 pounds without any fat. So that, yeah, so bone mass. So it shows how much my skeleton weighs 0. What was it? Oh, it's 8 pounds. My bones weigh apparently. Protein. Protein plays a vital role in the body as it builds and maintains muscles, organs, and other tissue. And your BMR, this is how many calories you're supposed to burn, or that your body burns when you're actually basically sat on your bum all day not doing anything. Yeah, in an active state, this is the minimum necessary energy needed. So if I was to just sit on my arse all day and not do anything, I would be allowed up to 1,672 calories in order to maintain my current weight. And apparently, yeah, that's above average because it's normally about 1,500 calories. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm assuming that's good, considering it's in the green. But yeah, my metabolic age is 2 years older than my actual age, so that's good. But so yeah, so obviously it's this bit here that I'm working on anyway in terms of my weight. But it's good. It's interesting to see though in terms of like knowing that my muscle mass is actually quite high. Which would explain why I'm probably overweight when my fat percentage is quite low, when it was in the fitness section. So and yeah, and obviously it's to do with visceral fat as well, is probably not good. So I'm hoping the fact that, like, because I tried to look it up in terms of how to, like, if you can actually target visceral fat, and they just say about having like high protein diets and a lot of aerobic exercise, which is what I'm doing. I'm not doing the high protein obviously because I'm trying to stick to a mostly vegan diet, but yeah, I'm doing the aerobic exercises 3 times a week, so you would hope that this number has probably gone down considerably since I started being good in exercising. But of course, because I've started this now, I don't actually know. And again, I'm just going to reiterate, like, we don't actually know how accurate these numbers are, but it's a good indicator in terms of where you concentrate on. So for me, yeah, it's visceral fat is the one that I mainly need to concentrate on. But yeah, so I don't know. I hope you can see that. I think my camera might have dropped. But yes, so my goal is to get to 10 stone. So I've got 2 stone to lose, and I'm because it asks what your body fat goal is, but I don't really know what I want to aim for. I mean, it'd be good to get into the athletes one, but again, I don't know if I would be able to at the current level of exercise that I'm doing. I have a feeling like fitness will probably be the one that I'll be maintaining, but again, I'm happy with that. So yeah, that's a little exploration into this one. I need to put in, I haven't done this yet, this is like measurements. This is one I would like to do to actually see where I am losing the weight, but yeah, I think I need my husband's help in order to measure everything. to make sure I'm measuring right and stuff. So yeah, hopefully we'll do that eventually. But yeah, there we go. Thought I'd just show you guys that. That's the new scales we've got. So like I said, they're not exactly 100% accurate, so you can't really rely on them. If you want to get like proper sort of information, like in-depth information, then it's worth going to your doctor or personal trainer. And like I said, I can't afford a personal trainer, so these scales are the next best thing. I'm trying to think what else I can talk about. So went for the walk with Bubs today, so I've done that. What else? Spoke to my mum. We've requested that she looks after Bubs on Monday, because it's a bank holiday Monday. So he's going to spend the day with his nanny and his auntie and his granddad, while me and my husband try and get things sorted around the house. So we're going to try and paint the garden fence, clean the patio as well outside, because we've got a jet washer that we've never used. If we can, we're going to try and clear out the garage so my dad doesn't have to help my husband do it, because it's like an old wardrobe that came with the house, like a fitted wardrobe, and we just kind of left it in the garage and just forgot about it. So we want to take it to the tip. There was that. We want to see if the local charity shop that we go to is open, so we can take the books there. And also, if we have time, I will go through the mugs as well and take them to the charity shop if I can. So we've got a lot planned. Monday's going to be a very busy day, and hopefully we can go to our favourite lounge bar cafe place as well to treat ourselves for a nice dinner, just the two of us. So that's the plan. Also for next week, I chased up our builder guy who did our little window in our downstairs toilet last year, because we just want to get the bathroom done this year. Now we've actually got we've still got my husband's bonus sat there waiting to, so hopefully like we can use that money to get the bathroom done, but he's coming around next week to give us a quote. So hopefully we have enough so we can actually get it done this year, because I'm so bored of the way it looks now. I just want to get it done. I just so tired and dirty all the time, no matter what I do. It just looks always dirty. So yeah, hopefully that means we can get it done before the end of the year. And I think that's it really. So yeah, just keeping an eye on the weather. It was super windy like all night, and I think I must have slept really funny because my shoulder blades are absolutely, they're so tense, like the muscles, I can't really turn my head properly. So doing exercises today has been really difficult. But yeah, so I've done I did my strength training, I've done my usual stomach exercises that I do. Like I said, we went for the walk because the wind has really died down. It's still breezy, but it was nice because it's still quite warm. So having that breeze blowing as well was really nice. So and obviously Bubs is just taking his nap because he was absolutely knackered after the walk. He's getting more and more confident because we're going to the park there, and he's getting more and more confident with the slide. He absolutely loves the slide. So yes, that was nice to watch him. Like he just has so much fun. Then he gets bored, and then he's like, "Yeah, can I have a biscuit now?" So enough to put him in the pram and give him a biscuit, and then we walk home. So so yeah, we're getting our little routine when we go there. So and hopefully we can take him out for a walk this evening if the weather's okay, because it's just been hit and miss a lot lately. So so yeah, and luckily our bins didn't get knocked over either, because it was bin day today and they were come first thing in the morning. So normally we put the bins out of a night, but it was just so windy. There's no way we could have put the bins out. So my husband ran down this morning when he heard the bin men coming. So but all good. It was all good. But yeah, I think on that note I'll just leave that there, and I'll probably speak to you tonight. So it's 10 to 9 and my neck and between my shoulder blades is absolutely killing me. I can barely move my neck. God knows what I've done, but it's so painful. I think just the fact that I've got really bad posture when I sit down and I hunch over has made it even worse. Oh my god. Horrible. It's just there now constantly. I can just feel it. I hate it. Anyway, today, what have I done? Did vegan spag bowl for dinner. Because luckily my husband actually finished work on time, pretty much. And then we went for our evening walk. You can tell it's definitely getting darker earlier. And we saw 4 trains because we live near a as we live near a level crossing. It means we get to see a lot of trains, and Bob's likes to see his trains. So yeah, we saw 4 today. Lucky little sod. But yeah, I'm just going to try and see if I can edit some of my next vlog so it's not too much of a rush to get it done for Sunday. That's it, because I'm just too tired. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Hopefully I can go on my run and my neck isn't going to be too bad. Hi guys, yeah, sorry I didn't do, I haven't really done much today. I mean, it's now, it's probably just gone 5 o'clock, I think. Because today was just really like a non-eventful day. It was just me trying to get as much washing done as possible because the rain was coming in, and obviously it's raining now. I took Bubs to the park. Didn't do my run today either, because obviously you would have seen me this morning doing my run, but because my neck this morning, I woke up and I just could not move my neck at all. It was awful. So I was like, no, I'm not going to risk doing even more damage by running. So I had a nice hot shower and just concentrated, like just kept flexing, bending and flexing my neck, and that helped quite a lot. So so my neck, it still feels stiff. If I sit in one position for too long, then I still get like really bad neck ache and it gets really stiff. But hopefully having that shower has really helped. So I think I'm going to pop a few pills, a few ibuprofen before I go to bed again, like I did last night, and then go to sleep, and hopefully it will start to go off, because yeah, it's still really tender. What else? Yeah, so I took Buzz to the park. Didn't go right up like far into the things. I didn't want to build up a sweat when I knew I wasn't gonna have some poor lady sort of prodding around my nether regions. Thought I'd better not. So yeah, we just went to like the local park and stayed there until it rained, and then we came home. So yeah, I've just been for my smear test. Got to be the least unpleasant one I've actually had in recent years. And I was quite nervous. I was telling a friend I was quite nervous about this one because they've changed staff since we moved here. So the nurse that I used to go and see, like when I first found out I was pregnant, so who was doing like Bub's jabs, like immunisations and stuff, and who like I saw about like requesting like pill and things, they've actually all left, so it's under different management and different staff. So I've never met any of the staff before, so I was a bit nervous about that for one thing. And also I've not had a smear test at this particular surgery. I've had them when I was living at home with my parents. That's how long ago it was. Well, not even living at home. I was registered at where my parents are, so I knew the staff there. So so yeah, it was a bit sort of, I was a bit anxious, but the woman that did it was really lovely. It was just asking me about Bubs and stuff. So and yeah, it's over before you know it. Like I said, she asked me a few questions, asked me to move my bum down a little bit, and then that was it. It was all done pretty much. I put a request in as well for my pill. But yeah, so it's weird because you have to, like, they've got like a little porch thing, so I had to stand in the porch, buzz the buzzer, and then someone in a mask came out. I then had to put a mask on, and they opened the door for me, so you're not touching doors sort of thing. There's like the same doors. And there was no one in there. I had to turn the light on in the waiting room for me when I came in because there was no one else there. Literally got seen straight away because no one was there. So yeah, and like the lady that did my test, she did actually say that they're keeping face to face, even though obviously lockdown has eased and everything. They're keeping who they the patients, the inpatients, like down to an absolute minimum. So it's only people that they have to see, and they said like smear test is one of the priority ones as well. So it's them and child immunisations, I think, that they're keeping as priority at the moment. So so yeah, so it was good. I've managed to get it all done, but yeah, I better go home quick and relieve my husband, because we were hoping that Bubs would sleep for another half hour, and he woke literally just as I parked up. So my husband's still working, so I better go home and relieve him and get some dinner on. So see you at home. Bit of a late start today. Did try. What are you doing, Bubba? Are you stuck? Come on. Oh, there you go. I'm going to run on you. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, bit of a late start today because I did try and, well, I was planning on vlogging earlier when Bubs was on his nap, but he decided that he wanted to wake up from his nap, so I didn't even have time to do any of my exercises this morning. Yeah, it's just a non-eventful day again today. Not much going on. Had to take him to the park because he was driving me mad. He's just climbing up the walls. It was meant to be wet and everything today. What's the matter? But we're using this one window of sunshine to get out, but as you can see, look at the clouds are looming, but I'm trying to keep out as long as possible. I mean, this park's not far from where we live, so it's not too bad. Woke up again this morning with like the worst neck ache. It was ridiculous. But it's definitely got better as the day's gone on. And I think I just have to keep moving it rather than just sitting there and sitting in one position for God knows how long. Where are you off to now, Bubba? You don't want to go on the slide? Alexander, you don't want to go on the slide? No? So yeah, not much really going on today. Just playing in the park. I think everyone else is avoiding it though because of the rain. Got a birthday party tomorrow. Hopefully that won't get rained off because it's in my aunt's back garden. So we shall see. Yeah, I don't think I really have much to update on this morning. Just looking at those clouds, they look really dodgy. But yeah, I might be able to vlog later if I can think of anything else to say. But yeah, other than that, I shall see you later. Okay, I thought while Bobs is currently on his nap and we can't exactly go anywhere because of the shitty weather, I'd talk about my thoughts for the day. I've just done my strength training stuff that I do on the days that I'm not running. Unfortunately, I haven't run 2 of the days this week. Tuesday I didn't run because it got rained off because it was really crappy weather, and Thursday I didn't run because I woke up with a really bad neck and I didn't want to make it any worse by running. Probably would have helped, but at that time I was just in so much pain, there's no way I could have done it. So yeah, feeling a bit underachieved. Is that even a word? Like I feel like I'm underachieving this week. And I wasn't able to do my exercises even this morning because Bubs woke up early from his nap, so I wasn't able to get anything done. I managed to do like some TVA conditioning, but that was about it. But anyway, yeah, my current thoughts, other than, like I said, underachieving, is just how much I miss pole fitness right now. Like really bad. I mean, I haven't really properly done classes for like 10 years or something, but I think I've been seeing a lot more people doing it and being a lot more successful on it, and it just makes me just so frustrated because we had some good classes going, like where we used to live when I first started. There were really good classes, a really good group of girls in it as well. Amazing teacher, she was really good. And then the classes just stopped. I think we were doing it for 2-3 years. I can't even remember how long we were doing it for. It was a while. And that was the fittest I've been in my life, probably the happiest I've been in my life in terms of exercise and stuff. So I've never really been an active person until I did pole fitness, and I loved the classes. I loved what I was able to achieve. I loved how strong I found that I was myself, like physically, and just all the things that I could achieve with it. And like I said, and how fit it made me. I've never been so fit in my life. Like, I hated PE at school, just never did anything that I really found interesting, that I enjoyed. And yeah, just pole fitness just nailed that for me, to the point I actually spent like £300 on my own pole. I would sometimes practice at home, not all the time, just because I think when you're with a group of people you tend to have that more energy, more drive sort of thing. If I tried it at home I'd just get knackered really quickly. So yes, I didn't do it so much at home. And then the teacher stopped the classes, and I really struggled to find a class that was that good. My local gym did classes, but they weren't insured to do inverted classes, like moves where you go upside down, and that's what I'd basically moved on to. My strength was in inversion moves, and so yeah, I wasn't really able to do inversions anymore. It was literally just spinning around on the pole, and I just found that really boring. And then they stopped, because I was like, well, at least I can keep it up until I can find a decent class somewhere else. But yeah, then they stopped, and then we moved, and then we found a local class. I was like, oh good, I can actually start it up again, and went to that class. And because it had been a few years in between that I'd actually been able to do, or like push myself to do new moves, my level had gone down a bit in terms of, my strength was still there, but it was just remembering the moves and different things like that. And my energy levels, I think, like my stamina had kind of dropped. So they kind of grouped me with the beginners, even though I'd say I was probably intermediate, but literally in the group you either had beginners or pro. I think I was the only one that was in the intermediate, and they didn't want to put me with the pros. You were like doing upside down spins and just whatever, and also because the classes were on freestanding poles, which were a bit more wobbly, so and I'm used to having a sturdy set, like permanent pole, so yeah, so they put me with the beginner, and I just got so frustrated, because I was just like, I'm back to doing simple spins again. So so again I just gave up, and that was, God, that was probably nearly 4 years ago now. I mean, we moved in 4 years ago, and I'm pretty sure I found this class within the first year of us moving here, and I did it for like 3 weeks or whatever, a couple of weeks, and I was just like, no, I might as well just do it myself. But I've got nowhere to put my pole up. That's the problem, especially now we've got Bubs, because that would have been the one room, his room would have been the one room I could have had the room to put the pole up. Obviously now I can't do that. So yeah, it's just one of those really frustrating things that, like, every so often I just look at, like I said, how strong I was, how fit I was. In fact, I actually had muscle. I had, like, what's the word? I hate the word tone, because that's not really, I had shape, I guess, is more the thing. Like, I had muscles in my arms, like I actually had biceps. Like, my thighs were like steel because of all the grips I had to do with my legs and stuff. And yeah, and then that all went. And now it's just that whole thing with my stomach muscles now. I'm kind of in that whole frame of mind of, like, I don't even know if I'm ever even able I don't know if I'm even ever able to do pole again, because until my stomach muscles go back to normal, and I don't even know if they can go back to normal, I can't do pole. It's because pole relies so much on you having a strong core, and I did have such a strong core before. Like I said, my strength in pole was always that I had physical strength. I wasn't able to do a lot of like the near splits in the air and stuff. I've never had flexibility like that. Like I'd never be able to, like, I've always had really dodgy shoulders as well, so there was like a few moves like lifting your hand over your head and like backwards and things, like I couldn't do, my shoulders wouldn't stretch back that far. But yeah, but I always had the strength, like I said, to do all the inversions and stuff, and then to lift myself up and things like that. So yeah, so I always had a strong core before, and now that core is basically non-existent, and it just really depresses me, because I'd love to be able, it's something I would love to be able to do, is at least have the opportunity to try and do pole again, even if it means like finding other classes, maybe selling the current pole that I have that is a permanent fixed one, and trading it in for a freestanding one that I can put up in the garden and get out whenever the weather allows me to do it. Or at least I'd be able to travel with it, and I've got a friend who also loves pole, so we'd could find like a field or somewhere that we could actually do it and practice together. But yeah, until I get my core sorted, I don't even know if I'm ever going to be able to do it again, and that just really sucks. And that's kind of like my current thought process today. I think I've just got too much time at the moment to sit there and just think on the crappy things at the moment. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. I can't remember if I mentioned, I do actually, I've started the first step in terms of getting physio actually for my stomach. The person that I was recommended, the physio I was recommended, I had a look on their website, and I think the first step is that you book a telephone consultation. So I've booked a telephone consultation with them on Sunday, Sunday evening. So what I should be doing is, or I talk through with them like my issues, I guess, and things like that. Then the next step will probably be like a video call, so then they can physically see my stomach and sort of like how far gone my core is, sort of thing. And then if they feel after that I need to go in and see them, then I can do that. But the telephone consultation is free, and then I think the video call will be like £30, and it's like a half-hour consultation where, yeah, they can just talk to me about like different moves and different exercises I can do. So yeah, so once I've done that, and you can also have like I think you can go in and have like physical physio appointments as well, and they're like £40 or something. But that's obviously, I think, once you started the exercises they've given you to do and stuff. But they also do Pilates classes there, because I know my running partner also has diastasis recti. Don't think hers is as bad as mine, but then I think because she's been doing the physio and she's done the Pilates, hers has had that chance to heal. Mine just, no idea. I don't know if it's because I'm not doing the exercises right, or it's too far gone, nothing's going to help unless I have surgery. I don't know. So this is basically the last hope, is if I do this physio and it doesn't work, then I know my only option then is to go under the knife, basically. So we'll just have to see how it goes on Sunday. But yeah, that's all I have to say, I think, for the moment. So we'll probably speak to you guys tonight. Good evening, guys. I thought I'd just sign off for the day. It's 9 PM on Friday. Again, like I said earlier, nothing's really happened today. It's kind of just been a non-event. Trying to think. I tried to get out and walk with Bubs, but weather was just really shit. So we managed to go to the park for half an hour before it rained. We got a takeaway tonight because I couldn't bother to cook, and I couldn't really think of what to cook anyway. So yeah, we got a takeaway, and it's probably one of the first nights my husband has finished early with a non-stressful day, so that was nice. What else? Yeah, so we were able to actually go on our walk. We started walking and it rained a bit, and we were like, oh, shall we turn back? And we're like, we'll just walk a little bit more and just see if it stops, or if it gets heavier then we can turn back. And it stopped raining, which is good. So it meant we're, for the first time in quite a few days now, that we've actually managed to do our evening walk, which was nice. Although Bubs insisted on going in the park, obviously now, because I take him that way to go to the park, so he's used to going in the park now. So he's like, come on Daddy, we're going in the park. It's like, oh, for God's sake. But yeah, other than that, nothing else to report really. I'm hoping to try and get finished my vlog tonight that's going to go up on Sunday, so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow night, because I imagine I'm going to be very tired tomorrow, like I said, because we've got a birthday party tomorrow, so I'd rather get it finished tonight. Also, I want to try and film my second attempt at my Last of Us review tomorrow morning, when hubby takes Bubs out for their morning excursion on a Saturday. Yeah, so I at least want to get that recorded, so then I can hopefully edit it maybe Sunday before my live stream. We'll see. Busy weekend in terms of stuff doing in the house. So I said to my husband we'll probably go to the charity shop and drop all those books off that are still on the landing. Drop those off on Sunday. We have to ring the charity shop though to actually make sure there's someone there, because I said even though they've got opening hours, it's not guaranteed there's actually going to be someone there, because obviously it's volunteers, so they're not obligated to really go in if they don't want to, sort of thing. So yeah, we're going to ring up on Sunday just to make sure they're in. We can drop off those books, and that's a few less things to have to worry about. And then on Mondays when we're just going to have a big clear out, hopefully get the garage cleared out, hopefully paint the fence, put the other stuff in the loft that needs to go up in the loft. Yeah, just have a general sort out that we don't really tend to get to do while Bubs is around, so my mum's going to look after him for the day. So but yeah, that will all be in that video, in the next video rather than this one. But yeah, so for tomorrow it's just a matter of trying to get my Last of Us 2 second review done, in terms of recorded, and I'll just have to see about when I can edit it. Hopefully I can get it edited soon, because I'm going to have a few busy weekends when I'm not going to be able to do much, so yeah, hopefully I can get it done soon, but we'll see how I get on tomorrow. So yeah, I'll say night guys, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning guys, so it's nearly 11 o'clock on Saturday. I've literally just finished filming my review for Last of Us 2. It stresses me out because I just feel like I'm just one of those people, I just ramble, and even if I make bullet points when I'm trying to argue a point, I just ramble and I just go off on a tangent and I never get the point across that I'm trying to say, which is why it takes me forever to edit these videos. Like I said, my last video was like nearly 3 hours long, and I got halfway through it and I'd edit it down to 2 hours, and that had taken me God knows how long to film or to edit. Hence why I've done a different one, and my viewpoints have changed as well since doing the first review. So I wanted to kind of just get that stuff out there. But I just think there's probably so many points that I missed when doing my review, and I just know that people are going to pull me up on it. What about this? What about this? And it's like, oh. So yeah, hopefully I get better. I would like to get better at doing reviews, but yeah, I think I just need to basically write out an actual script in order for me to be able to do one that's cohesive and to the point. But yeah, it's done, so hopefully I won't be able to edit it today. I haven't got time because we've got a birthday party to go to. But hopefully I might be able to edit it tomorrow, maybe, hopefully. And then I can get it out next week. That's what I'd like to get it out for, because obviously I've left it long enough. So we'll see. Trying to think anything else. My neck is slightly better. I did wake up again really stiff, really painful neck, but it's one of those things that every day it's quicker for it to feel more or less normal. So so that's good. It's really cold today, and they're saying it's going to be, because it's the August bank holiday here, so they're saying that it's going to be like the coldest August bank holiday or something on record. But it's very cold outside. As I was waving Bubs and my hubby off as they went out for their excursion this morning, so I could do my video. But yeah, I think that's it really. Can't think of anything else to bring up. No, I've been watching a lot of New Zealand vlogs lately, and it's just making me really long for New Zealand, to the point that I'm actually like, is there any way we could like just be able to just move out there just for like a year, just to see how we feel about it and stuff, and see if we get too homesick or whatever. And I just miss it so much. It's been 5 years since we last went, or nearly 5 years. We went, we landed 1st of November 2015. We left England October 30th 2015, and we landed 1st November. So we missed a whole day. We missed the whole of Halloween while we were flying, and also we landed just as the All Blacks won the Rugby World Cup 2015. That was amazing. But yeah, a lot of travel vloggers, well, there's a couple we watch at the moment, Danger and Stacey, if anyone watches them or doesn't watch them, I'd highly recommend watching them if you want to catch some travel vlogs. They are doing basically what we want to do next time we go, because we are basically like, originally the whole plan with us going to New Zealand was that we were just going to go, it was going to be a one-off, once in a lifetime thing, we'd never go again. I know, I'm getting really dark. There we go, that's better. Oh no, it's too bright. There we go. Yeah, it was going to be like a once in a lifetime trip, and that was going to be it. But while we were there, we just fell so much in love with it. We were like, there's no way we can just have one trip here in our lifetime. We have to come back, if not move out here. So yeah, so we've always been planning to go back, but obviously when Bubs is a bit older, although I'm kind of just like in that frame of mind, like I just want to go now. Obviously we can't go now because obviously pandemic and lockdown and shit, but I just really want to be out there. And like I said, going back to that point, again, look, I ramble. Yeah, Dangerous, Stacey, who are from New Zealand, so they're kind of stuck in New Zealand at the moment, they can't travel. So they are doing a series at the moment where they've hired a camper van for 5 weeks, and they're just travelling all different parts of New Zealand. And basically the points that they are going to are the same points, most of them are the same points we did when we did our tour of New Zealand. So it's really like hitting home and just really just pulling at those like nostalgia heartstrings for us. It's just, oh, it's just so painful not being there right now. I don't know if it's just that whole thing of because of what's going on, and like with Bubs being the way he is at the moment, because he's just like super clingy and just does not give me 5 minutes to myself. And obviously we haven't had a break from being parents either. We haven't had like 5 minutes for ourselves since lockdown. So it's just, I don't know if it's just that whole thing of I just want to get away. I don't know if that's the whole thing behind it, or if it is just me just yearning to be back in New Zealand. I don't know. But yeah, it just feels really sort of, it's therapeutic watching them, but it's also really tough because, like I said, I just want to be out there myself, just doing all these amazing things and seeing this amazing country and experiencing all these amazing things. So I've been looking up like just how we can move out there. But yeah, it's like the two things that put us off are one, is one big thing basically, and that's just how far away it is from everything. Australia has never really appealed to us in terms of somewhere to go because one, it's really hot, and two, everything wants to kill you. But yeah, it's far away from, like, I would hate not being able to see Europe, because I love Europe, so, and like Italy and stuff. So I'd miss being able to just take a trip over to Italy. I'd miss like just travelling around the UK and like being able to go up north, or like to Cornwall, or to like Wales, Scotland, like just having all these opportunities to go places. But then would I really miss them if I was in New Zealand? That's the thing. But then you also have the thing of family. Like I'd really miss my family because I'm quite close with my family. So yeah, it would be quite tough in that sense. I think if flights were cheaper, because they're ridiculously expensive, I think if flights were cheaper, it would be it would be a much easier decision to make, and I think we would be over there already. We'd be living there now. But yeah, it's just one of those difficult things. And like people will probably be saying, oh, but you need to like be sponsored or like have references or blah 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 to be able to move over there. And that's the thing, like my husband has quite a few friends and stuff that live over there, and I think his job would be one of those where it's like, don't know if it would be like in demand or something, but he would at least have people over there that would be able to sort of vouch for us to be able to go over there. So I don't think us being able to move over there would be that much of a problem. It's just more us feeling that we can make that leap, I think, would be the major issue. But again, there's me talking about it, and there's no like sort of light at the end of the tunnel in terms of when we'd actually even be able to go on over there on a holiday. So yeah, it's just one of those things. That's where I am at the moment. I think it's probably majorly just a whole thing of I just want to escape. I just want to be able to be somewhere different right now. But yeah, that's my thought for the day. Yesterday it was pole dancing, today it's New Zealand. So yeah, I'll leave it at that, I think, for today. Hopefully I won't be too tired after the birthday party, so I can actually let you know how it goes and stuff, but we'll see. Hi guys, so this is a bit of a cheap one because it's actually Sunday, almost lunchtime, and I'm signing off for Saturday. Because yeah, yesterday was a very long day after the party, and because Bubs didn't have any naps, he was awful when we got back, like absolutely awful. He was just so overtired, overstimulated, hungry. Yeah, he was an absolute nightmare. So by the end, like by the time we got into bed, I just did not feel like vlogging them at all. So so yeah, so I didn't. Hence why I'm vlogging now. Yeah, and he woke up quite a lot during the night. He was very unsettled, no idea why. Although it meant that he didn't wake up till like 7:45 or something this morning, which was great. So but anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out. You can also follow me on social media as well. All the links are down below. And on that note, I'll say love you guys, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye!